Welcome to. Is it midweek yet, or is this Tuesday? Hold on, let me think. Ah, today is Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday. Not everybody's favorite day of the week, but oh, what the hell am I doing? And I got look at that paint all over my hand that I stopped bothering to wash my hand. And working on my late. This was I just completed my first Warhammer 40k miniature painting in 25 years. Yes, 25 years ago, I painted a Space Wolf army. Ever since I grew up, I've never done it. And this Grimaldus, Reclusiac, Grimaldus, hero of Hell's Reach, Reclusiac of the Eternal Crusade, is my first creation after 25 years. And oh, hi, yeah, I'm using a mobile phone. And yeah, since then I've been experimenting with a new style that I came up with. I call painting in grayscale. Like I want to come up with my own grimdark style. So uh, I looked at some grayscale art picture of Warhammer 40k and looks really badass, and because it's grayscale black and white, it looks really grimdark. And I'm just wondering, can I transfer that style onto an actual miniature? And yeah, I've been experimenting all morning. You see, hands still covered in paint, all white speckles everywhere, trying to make a grimdark grayscale style of painting. But you know, like, I just came back to painting miniatures after 25 years, so I am very rusty. Okay, this is not easy, but I like it that this style, because this is his retinue. Okay, so this, my hero, is all colorful, but his sidekick, so called, okay, will be all grayscale, so that, you know, it adds on to the grimdark style, but it doesn't steal this guy's thunder. So all these other guys around him will be grayscale. Then I realized how hard it is to paint in grayscale, because grayscale is not just black and white. Grayscale has like 50 different shades of gray to accentuate and differentiate between the base colors, the colors that it ought to have been. Whoa, I'm so happy that I came up with this idea, my original idea, and I really want to make it my own. I want to own this style. So going forward, if I continue to paint miniatures, when people see this grayscale grimdark style, it's got to be my work. Anyways, let's take a look. Oh, Hokui, hello! Another 5,000 years never see. Oh, Hokui, been a long time. Wow. You see, you come back after 5,000 years, I change again, huh? Huh? 老孙一直在变，5000年一直在变，俺老孙一直变，376变。Oh, where's my brushes? But if I know Hokui, you've been following me on my social media, so you know what I've been up to lately, yeah. Especially on my Instagram, you can see everything that I'm up to. And guys, it's a very okay, I gotta sit this far. Can you guys hear me? It is a very quite warm morning here in Istanbul. It's about 10:30 a.m. here in Istanbul. It's about 20 degrees Celsius out there, and the sun, oh man. Oh, the sun is actually slightly lighter than yesterday. Let's take a look. Yesterday's sun was like blinding. Oh no, today is still super blinding. With no, you see, look at that. Not a cloud in the. See this, when it comes to like late spring, early and summer, man, Istanbul's UV level is ultra high because there's no cloud at all, man. No cloud at all, and it is very, very, very dry hot. Istanbul, but I wonder if Ankara is gonna be slightly different. Anyways, as you guys know, people cleaning the window. But as you guys know, I'll be moving on to Ankara very soon, in a few weeks time, 2 or 3 weeks time. Yes, Ankara. Ankara is the capital of Turkey, okay? Yes, the capital of Turkey is not Istanbul, it's Ankara, right? So for those of you who missed my announcements the past 1 week, I've been announcing this over the past 1 week, that I've been here in Istanbul for 1.5 years. And you guys keep asking me how long more do I plan to be in Istanbul, and I always say I don't know. And until last week, I was still thinking, oh, another 1 year, another 2 years, I don't know how many more years. But suddenly, boom! Suddenly, when when you guys ask me how long more do I plan to be in Istanbul, I always say, I don't know, I just stay until something happens, something changes, and something always do, yeah? And so something happened, and I'll be moving on to Ankara in about 3 weeks' time. In Ankara, I'll meet with Limpeh, where we will spend a few weeks, maybe a month, who knows, in Ankara. And then another big change coming up in my life. I don't want to disclose the whole chain of events early, because, like, in my experience in life, right, whenever I tell everything too early in advance, things change. So I just gotta keep it down, letting you guys know about my immediate things. And so, like, over the past 1 week, ever since this news broke, I have been preparing myself for moving. I've been preparing my things. There's a lot of things to prepare, and I really want to keep it, like, quiet, so that nothing unexpected pops up to affect my plans. But try as I might, I discovered something fun. 1.5 years of, okay, I see, my first year not so quiet. First year I was a professional fighter here. 6 months, about 6 months of living here in Beşiktaş, so quiet. I didn't explore anything. I didn't get into any community, and then boom, I rediscovered my passion of 25 years ago, which is Warhammer 40k miniature painting and Magic the Gathering cards. Because I didn't know there was a shop of just 5 minutes from my place. I never noticed that shop until 5 days ago. This kind of thing always happened in my life, where whenever I'm due to move on from a country or city, interesting, like, more than bad things, but good and interesting things happen to make me feel more attached to the place that I really don't want. I don't want unnecessary attachments before I'm due to leave somewhere. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, I am right now really into this. Like, I explained in the first 5 minutes of my video how I'm coming up with my own painting style, this painting style that I am trying to master and make it my own, so that when people see this style in future, then it's got to be my artwork. I call this the grimdark grayscale painting. It's painting in grayscale rather than in color. It's not easy. At first I thought it's an easy thing. I thought it's just black and white, but no. I realized that painting in grayscales, there are 50 different shades of gray with inside a seemingly black and white picture, man. It's not easy. Of course, my hero is gonna be colorful as always. My hero here, Reclusia Grimaldus. Those of you Warhammer fans would know him. My hero will always be colorful, but I want his retinue and his underlings to be just grayscale, so it looks very grimdark. I think we're just trying to, like, recreate the grimdark feel of Warhammer 40k. But now that, like, I feel like I felt like I took a time machine, a 25 years time machine into the future. Wow, I was so surprised at how this game has grown, and what so much art has been created around this seemingly quite simple game back in the past. It's just a tabletop game. But yeah, kind of back in the hobby. I'm still trying to find a way how I could transport this across cities and nations very soon without damaging it. Yeah, so yeah, guys, in 10 minutes, I gave you guys a big update on pretty much my whole life right now. Yeah, my hobby right now. My plans coming up, and also because I will be due to move from, like, Istanbul to Ankara. So over the next few weeks, when the weather is not like this, when I get a nice cloudy weather, excuse me, I'll bring you guys back to the Nishantashi area, where I used to live last year for 1 year, and revisit some of these places that I used to stream from a lot. Mr. Mock, Koala Cafe, my favorite little corner in the park. Yeah, we will revisit these places, and so stay tuned for all that. And of course, stay tuned in a few weeks' time, the Limpeh live chat in Ankara, where we will go out there and explore and learn about Turkey, Ankara, from Limpeh's point of view. I expect Ankara to be very different from Istanbul, so I'm very excited about this. For those of you who are wondering what the hell is this mess all about, well, I gave an introduction in the first 5 minutes what this whole thing is about, and indeed, my own artistic direction that I found in painting these miniatures after 25 years, and I think I'm onto something. Like whenever I do anything, I always come up with my own style within the thing that I do, right? I don't like to follow anything other people are doing. So I'm very excited about this style that I came up with, what I call the grimdark grayscale painting. So you guys want to know what this thing is about, do rewatch that first 5 minutes, yeah? Okay, right now I'm actually waiting for a Starbucks delivery, and yeah. Oh, good morning, Liana. Are these your paints for Warhammer? Yep. Here's my hero, Chaplain or Recluse Yak, Grimaldus, painted in my own interpretation of a grimdark kind of feel. Is you guys can see close-ups and details in my Instagram on this latest creation. I just finished this yesterday, so I'm very proud of this piece, because this is my first ever miniature in 25 years. I've not painted a single miniature in 25 years. So this is really my comeback work, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised to see that it looks better than how I used to. Like, I think I have better ideas now, and of course I have more money than back then to get all the good paints, and yeah, I'm very, very proud. I have to say that my first creation in 25 years is my best creation. But more than that, more than this creation, I'm more proud that right now I'm pioneering my own style creation, what I call grimdark grayscale painting. Meaning, when you look at a grayscale black and white picture of any Warhammer art, right, it looks very grim and dark, right, and it's all grayscale. So when I looked at that picture, I asked myself, can I transfer that onto a miniature? Can I paint in grayscale so it looks really grimdark, and boom, here we go. And PRE, what's that? Constantinople will rise again after I eat this ice cream. I don't even know what that means. Constantinople will rise again. Whoa. First of all, so what if it rise again? Second, what does it even mean that Constantinople rise again? I think you guys are more than wasting your time thinking about political shit. Come on, take the time, do something fun and creative. This enriches your daily life. Thinking those bullshit does nothing for your daily life, okay? Be more practical, guys. You guys full of ideologies, man. I don't ever live I have no ideologies, no beliefs, no morals. I am practical, in the moment, enjoying life, right? Liana, I've always wanted to play tabletop games. Look so interesting. Yeah, that's the interesting thing is, right now we are PC games, so actually PC games is more interactive. But what I like about tabletop game is, of course, we're not just talking about Warhammer. Warhammer is 40K as another dimension of just painting. The painting is very therapeutic, by the way. And if you're a creative person, there's a lot of creative expression to be found in painting. So it's really good. But tabletop gaming in general makes you friends and takes you in touch with other people, rather than playing an online game where supposedly it's other people who are really just looking at a computer. The past week that I've been at the shop, even playing Magic the Gathering card with other people, I made so many new friends. I made more new friends within the past 3 days than I've had in 1.5 years in in Istanbul. And it's so fun. You interact with people, you share ideas, you chit chat. This is, I think a tabletop gaming, more than the game itself, tabletop gaming is more like a family dinner where it's more than just about the food. It's about being together and sharing and interacting, and that's what I think tabletop gaming gives you more than PC gaming or console or just gaming, video gaming in general. Liana, I love anything creative. Wow, Liana, you should check out my Instagram for close-ups on all these things that I worked on. My hands all speckled with white, gold, all the colors that I don't bother to wash anymore. Liana, I have a friend in Birmingham that has a tabletop gaming shop. Oh, interesting, interesting. So guys, welcome to a very hot day here in Istanbul. Actually, it's very hot. Actually, I'm feeling very warm, dressed up like this at home. When I just woke up and my body is cold, I put this on, it's okay. But right now, that 20 degrees Celsius, I'm beginning to feel it. It's 20 degrees Celsius out there, and the sunlight is blinding. Wow. So I just ordered Starbucks and just spending time working, like experimenting and trying to really learn about this new style that I came up with myself, the painting in grayscale style. At first I thought painting in grayscale because I want my hero to be colorful, but I want his underlings to be grayscale, black and white, so that the hero really stands out, and those other guys still look good with a really good artistic style, but doesn't steal the thunder. I thought it's an easy thing to do, real quick, where I need only like black and white. But no, I realized the more I paint in this grayscale style, the more I realized that, man, when I compare a grayscale picture and what I'm doing, there are at least 50 shades of gray in that picture. It's not just black and white, man. So I was like, wow, I start to have to blend different levels of gray just to bring out certain details, and which are very subtle. It's so subtle that it's as subtle as when you look at a grayscale picture, you think it's just black and white, right? It's the same. Once I finish this piece, you look like it's just black and white, but the number of gray the levels of grays inside is just crazy. You can't really tell, but just here I have to do at least 3 shades of gray just to bring out this side here, the rope itself. Painting in grayscale is no joke, man, and I'm very excited about this new thing that I came up with. I always come out with new things. I always find ways to push the boundaries of all my hobbies. Yeah, when I do my Starbucks is here. My Starbucks is here. So yeah, all my hobbies, I don't just do it normally. I always try to break some new grounds, try to be unique, try to make something out of it, And I think I'm getting, like, just one day, just 3 days back in the hobby, I think I'm onto something about this painting. I think I'm creating my own artistic style. I'm very, very excited about this. Like right now in the world of Warhammer 40k painting, right? The latest sexy style is the grimdark style, okay? But nobody has ever, I've not seen this grayscale style before. Oh, my coffee's here. Merhaba. Yep, so my coffee is here. I'm gonna have to pay. Guys fixing up the pause machine, and okay. Okay, so Liana, I looked you up on your Instagram. Was liking. Oh, okay. Liana, but my Instagram name is okay. Grayscale gives a nice atmosphere. Yeah, I think grayscale really brings out the grim dark feel. I think. I think now everybody's like when you when you paint for Warhammer, everybody's trying to interpret what grim dark means. How should grim dark atmosphere be interpreted? And you know, in the short few days that I'm back in the hobby, I have been researching a few about the grimdark style that's going around lately. I'm so happy that I came up with my own interpretation. I think no other photographic styles portray grimdark better than grayscale, black and white photos. Those black and white or grayscale art pieces that I've seen online about on Warhammer really brings out the atmosphere, and that triggered my creative brain, you know, where I go, so can I transfer that on the 2D grayscale picture? Can I transfer it onto a 3D miniature and create that grayscale grimdark feel in 3D? And that train of thought led to this. So at first I was just painting in quite regular, but my own first interpretation of grimdark. So it's not bright and colorful, but grimy and dirty, right? But now, boom, I'm pushing the boundary into grayscale painting. Man, I think I'm very excited. If I develop this style further, I think I'm gonna have like 50 different grays on my table. Right now I have like not a lot of paint. Okay. Let's get the coffee. I need to pour the coffee into my coffee mug. My coffee mug is acting as a stand right now, so I'm gonna have to replace this. Yes, my phone is resting on my coffee mug right now. And okay, I just rescued my coffee mug. And Starbucks. So Starbucks venti Americano is really expensive right now. Everything, pretty much everything doubled in price over the past 1 year here in Turkey. You know, this, again, for those of you who are new to my live stream, this venti Americano, okay, in Starbucks venti Americano, used to be the cheapest venti Americano that I've ever seen in the world, no? Because last year, you can get a Starbucks venti Americano, which is the biggest Americano, for just 80 cents US dollars. 80 cents. 80 cents US dollars. Now this just cost me about $2 US dollars. Still cheap, but it's double in price right now. It's not stupid cheap anymore. Last year drinking Starbucks is cheaper than drinking street side coffee. It's stupid cheap. Liana, yeah, Starbucks is expensive here. It's rare. Yeah. So last year it was stupid cheap, but right now it's still cheap. $2 for a venti Americano is actually really cheap. But you know, I know, like in some countries that I've been to, a venti Americano should be about $3 to $4 US. $4 US. In New York, $5 US. Well, so it's still cheap, but just trying to show you guys, though, like how much prices have risen over just 1 year here in Istanbul. Over the past 1 year, things, pretty much everything doubled in price. Even the food that I eat, you know, yeah. Last year I used to pay an average of about maybe 70 lira per meal. Right now I'm paying easily 150 lira per meal. Yeah, okay, in case you guys wondering, like 70 lira is about maybe $5 US dollars, and 15 lira is $10 US dollars. So pretty much double in price. Liana, when I do buy it, what's that? And when I do buy it, I try to just ignore the price and not think about it when I pay. Oh, but like here in Istanbul, you honestly you can just buy you and you don't have to think about price. Not because it may be too expensive, make you feel bad, but it's so cheap. You don't honestly you shouldn't you never need to think about the price because it's actually really cheap. Even though over the past year, everything in Turkey pretty much doubled in price. But and the locals are suffering because they're not getting double their salary. But honestly, it's still cheap. It's still cheap for people who make US dollars like I do. Oh, it's still cheap for foreigners. So it's still good still a great place for tourism. Tourism is coming up big time. And yeah, it's but you can see how the locals are suffering by going to the game shop. Yeah. When I spent about the past 4 days, 5 days in the game shop, and I really see the difference. In the US, in Korea, the game shops are always full for afternoon, weekday, weekends, always full of kids, teenagers, young adults who has the purchasing power to play these games. But here in Istanbul, I see a very grim picture. The weekdays, the shop is like empty, and then even weekends you only get like very old crowds, like people in their 40s, occasionally a couple of guys in their 20s, but mainly 40s, 50s, 60s, people with real purchasing power, well established in society. They can afford to play. They play Magic the Gathering. They don't play this is expensive as well. And the beginner deck that I bought here, just to put it in context how expensive it is for the people here. I bought this set for painting, and you can see what I bought on my Instagram. That bunch, which is not a lot, which is really just a beginner thing, costs half a month's rental for most people here. And for some people who are slightly lower level in society, this is one whole month's rental. Yes, not joking. If a beginner deck is half a month's rental, who can afford to play? Like back in my days, back about 28 years ago when I started playing Magic the Gathering, I was in middle school about what 28 or 30 years ago. 30 years ago, yeah. I was in middle school, and I didn't have a lot of money, but I can afford to play. But the people here, no, the kids cannot afford to play. And the I see the crowd who plays Magic the Gathering here, that they're all well established. Yeah, like this is not a poor man game. But growing up, when I grew up playing Warhammer and Magic the Gathering, didn't feel like a rich man game to me. It's very accessible. Even right now here in New York, if you've been following me for at least the past 4 years, you see that when I was playing Vanguard quite competitively in New York, all my friends were middle schoolers and college students. They're all students. They can afford to play, but not the people here. It's a it's a starkly different picture here. Even just getting into a hobby craft like this shows me so much about the current situation and society here in Turkey. Liana, I love the cardboard cutout on the picture you posted. Oh, cardboard cutout. It's not a cutout. It's actually the box itself. Liana, yeah, Warhammer is expensive here, so I can't imagine the price of Magic Gathering, but I'm sure it's. Oh yeah, Magic Gathering, one card is more expensive than a box of miniatures. No, of course you can play like basic. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is pay to win. The more you pay, the more you win. Okay, that is pay to win. But even the beginner thing, where you pay just to play and lose, is not cheap. It's half a month, like the beginner deck that I bought. Yeah, that means the beginner, that what you buy and just play and make no modifications to the very beginner deck that I bought is only half a month's pay. No, half a month's rental here. It's not cheap. People here play Yu-Gi-Oh as well and very expensive. Liana, well, over here, tabletop is mostly adults who play or college kids. Yeah, usually it's the kid out industry. Tabletop is really the kid out industry or the kids adult, yeah? Meaning people who are born in my generation, the 70s and 80s, who grew up playing these things and now that we are and kept playing and now that we have actual money, we're actually making this whole thing like still sustaining this whole tabletop thing. Honestly, I don't think people born in the 90s and 2000s and beyond has any love for tabletop. I think I don't I because they didn't grow up with that. They grew up with video gaming, you know. Wow. Oh, Starbucks is just on a completely different level from the instant coffee that I had just now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think games are for adults. Yeah, games are created by adults for adults. Of course, definitely. Even video games are created by old fat adults and played by young sexy kids. You know. See, the thing is this: as guys, we actually never grew up. Guys, we still think and like the same things we do back in middle school. Nothing changes for men, honestly. So, like a lot of ladies find it hard to understand, but no matter how mature a guy, a man, a male species person looks like, that person somewhere inside, he still likes all these things that he liked as a kid. Leona. Well, a lot of people I know are my age playing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know, like over the past few days, playing Magic the Gathering in the shop. Like I said, the shop is just 5 minutes from my home, and I don't know why I've never noticed it. Most of my friends are like in their 40s to 50s. Yo, 40s to 50s. And they are married, they have children, they have family. One of them brought his kid, I think about 5, 6 years old kid, to come learn the game. And many of them, they are all on a rush to have to go back to my family, and they have the affordability, but they can only play once a week because they have families and commitment. But back in New York, the card shop in New York that I go to, and also the card shop in Korea that I go to. Yeah, if you guys have been following me for at least 4 years, you know I go to a specific card shop in Korea all the time. It's always packed. Yeah, with people of all backgrounds, students, working adults. There are always people there. There are always people playing. But not here in Turkey. Here in Turkey, the tabletop gaming is very bleak because the affordability is just not there for Turkish people. And sadly, all these things are sold in US dollars. Okay, so all of these things, Warhammer and Magic the Gathering, they are all sold at their US dollars price, standard global price, which especially over the past 1 year, where the lira has sunk more than 50% over the US dollar, made it almost impossible for Turkish people to enjoy this gaming. That's why over the past 5 or 6 days in the shop, honestly, I saw no more than 10 people in total. Yeah, or 12. Or I should say 10, because some of them are their staff and some friends of their staff or girlfriend, I will discount them. But real customers, I met in total, I say less than 10. Yeah, yeah, not easy. I don't know how they're sustaining this business here in Turkey. Guess who? Why don't you make videos of teaching people to trade? Oh, why should I do that? why should I do that? Why should I make videos to teach people to trade? It's just something I do for myself to make money. Why should I make videos to teach people the thing that I do to make money? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm too lazy to do something like that. And I don't have a save the world syndrome. I don't feel like I'm responsible for everybody's financial welfare or to save the world. I'm sorry, yeah. And over the past few days, I also talked about that no matter winning in trading is not a how-to. It's a set of personality trait. Like actually, you should, if guess who, if you are interested in this topic, check out my last live stream on my channel where I explain very deeply why it's pointless to teach people about investment. In the last live stream, I talked about this very extensively. So do watch my last live stream to understand why I simply don't teach. It's, to me, basically just this. It's pointless, it's a waste of my time. All right? It changes it changes nothing for nobody. And so worse, if I'm not making any money from it, I'm wasting my time, wasting your time, wasting everybody's time. My time is better spent painting miniatures. Wow, this is good. But if you're interested in I do have a Facebook group for my trading activities where I share my market forecast and stuff like that. So if you're interested to be part of that group, I'm sorry, but the applying to that Facebook group of mine, I'm very stringent. I don't take just anybody. I pick people, right? So if you're interested to try to qualify for my Facebook group, or just drop me a message on Instagram and I'll screen you, right? I'm sorry, I don't just take anybody. I don't just give anybody privileged access to my analysis. When I don't make money out of it. No money. Oh, Liana, yeah, I don't want to watch trading videos. Yeah, who the hell wants to watch trading videos? I don't know, man. Who watches that kind of loser videos? I don't know. I wouldn't watch. I have never watched a single trading video in my life. Why? Because when I started trading and investment, there was no YouTube, there was no internet. I came from that era. I'm that old, by the way. In case you guys are wondering why this 20+ year old is talking about pre-internet era. No, I'm closer to 50 years old right now. Okay. Been a professional trader for more than 2 decades. That's what it takes to win. It's not. In the end, my conclusion is this. It's not how to. It's not you do this, you do this, you do this, you win. No, it's 20 years of experience. Put that in, then we talk. Liana, there are so many YouTube advertisements about trading and it annoys the hell out of me. It annoys the hell out of me too. I report and you can complain and report about certain ads. I complain and report about all these kind of ads. Okay, all. Because I'm sad to tell you, all of them are fake. Let me ask you, if you found the golden goose and you're doing well in your life and you're trading well, why would you want to go out there to put yourself through so much trouble just to teach online? Sometimes I do, sometimes I teach once in about 10 years just to get in touch with the feeling of delivering the basic and fundamental knowledge of options trading. But I don't do that for a living, or I don't do that for fun. It's not fun at all. It's something I force myself to do once every 5 years or once every 10 years just to stay in touch, Why do I need to stay in touch? Just look at this. Just look at my Instagram. If I don't force myself to stay in touch, I'm playing video games, I'm playing games, I'm traveling all day long. I'll lose it. Guess who? You think market crashing coming? Guess who? Last year, during Christmas and New Year Eve live stream, I told you guys that 2022 is going to see the biggest crash ever in decades. I already gave you guys the prediction for free. Alright? So stop asking me this stupid question. When the crash is already happening, you are still asking me if the crash is coming. Liana, like I said, guess who? I have been giving away golden advice for free on my live stream since last year. Since last year, I told everybody to get out of cryptos. People try to educate me on how I'm an old school and mainstream financial professional who don't understand the new market. Oh, show me what your new market is doing right now. NFTs and all that bullshit is not new. Okay? All these financial hypes has been around for decades. It's not a new thing. Even Bitcoin is not a new thing. It's been around for 15, 16, 17. I knew about Bitcoins when it was just $2, okay? And I didn't want to get on board with it because as the real financial professional, I see what it really is. It's not a real asset. Oh. So I have been giving away all these tips for free on my live stream so far. So if you have not been following me religiously every day, then you're missing out, okay? So those of you who are like Liana, they benefit, right? But of course, I'm not saying like, oh, see, yeah, you're losing out because you don't tune in. Honestly, in the end of the day, even if you tune in, most people, 90% of people hear these things, they try to educate me. Like when I talk about the crypto crash, everybody's educating, start to educate me and debate with me over the new economy. And then last year when I said that 2022 is going to be the worst year in many decades, everybody said, oh no, you're wrong, 2022 is going to be big bull run because it's post-pandemic, you know. Whenever I give a good prediction, people try to tell me I'm wrong. So what's the point? All right. In the end of the day, why am I putting out all these things for free? I get nothing out of it, but people trying to educate me and tell me I'm wrong. You get what I mean? If you are me, what would you do? You would just quietly make money and let people think what they think, right? And that's what I do. I quietly make my money every day. So far, this year has been one of the best years in the past 10 years. The rest of the world can think what they think. I don't care. Guess who? What stock to buy now? It's too late to ask this kind of question. Sorry. And like I say, I don't give away free advice anymore. All right? And I don't trade stocks. If you don't even know what I trade, then you're not even my follower. If you're not even my follower and you're asking me for money and life-changing advice, why would you think I would give it out? I mean, sorry, the world is practical, you know. If you're Liana asked me about stocks, I'll give it to her. Liana, Kim Teo, all these people who are like really my avid followers, people who have been with me through thick and thin, they ask me, I'll give it for free. But people who come to me only because, oh, I've suffered, I lost money, let's see if I can ask something out of this guy for free. I'm sorry, the world doesn't work that way. I don't give away things for free like this, huh? And not to mention the fact that I'm not even a stock trader, I'm an option trader. So I do feel offended at this point of time. Guess who? That someone who don't follow me, who don't even know what I do, comes online randomly to ask me for tips, hoping to make a buck out of me. I feel very offended by that, right? That's why, you know, there's a Chinese saying, 可怜之人必有可恨之处. Sometimes it's true. What that saying means is this, you know, pitiful people sometimes deserve it. Liana, I wouldn't invest right now. I don't want to become homeless. Exactly. And you know, Liana, at least you took my tip. The tip that I gave in December about and that I gave during New Year's Eve to be prepared for a very bad year. You prepared. That's the good thing. You prepared. You bought food at good price. You stocked up. That's the way to go. You know, this kind of advice is not just to buy stocks or stuff like that. It's you can use this advice to prepare your life. And I'm very proud of you, Liana, that you took my advice rather than to so-called buy stocks. You prepared your life for a hard year ahead, and you are ahead of other people. Just for that, you're better off than other people. I think I attract like people who are my real followers. They are of a certain caliber in terms of the way they think and the way they behave. Yeah, really. Oh, Kim Teo, good morning. Kim Teo, I've talked a lot about this during the past half an hour, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore, yeah, because I'll be repeating myself again. So in case you guys are wondering what the hell is all these things and what the hell is this, all these painting things going on, please rewatch the first half an hour of this live stream, okay? Let's see. Leon Yu. Oh, this is a new name. Lo, I just want to pop by to see how you're doing. Subbed a while ago, maybe half a year ago. Back when you're 1 or 2 years ago, right? Back when we were in Korea, your videos back then helped a lot. Welcome, welcome. Wow, I'm really happy that through this live stream, people are rediscovering me, and my subscribers from many years ago are rediscovering me through this live stream. And yeah, there's a lot of more interesting things coming out in my life, so do stay tuned. I've spent the last 1.5 years here in Istanbul, and all of a sudden, my days here in Istanbul is now numbered. This will be my final 3 weeks in Istanbul before I move to Ankara, the capital of Turkey, where Limpeh's live chat in Ankara will happen, where we will explore the culture and discover about Ankara, right? Because it's a capital city, everybody tells me it's like less interesting than Istanbul. But obviously, to me, interesting means a lot, very different things. To me, it's interesting is not a building. Interesting is not monuments. Interesting is not theme parks. To me, interesting is the people. I'm going there through my eyes to show you guys what Ankara is all about and how is it different from Istanbul. Everybody tells me Ankara is very different than Istanbul, yeah? So let's discover together. It's coming up in about 3 weeks' time. So stay tuned, yeah? Leon Yu. Yeah, the last video I remembering watching was you talking about how friendly everyone was in New York City. Yeah. Liana, I'm interested to see the difference in the area to where you are now. Yeah. That's why wherever I go to, I always find that everywhere is interesting because I'm not looking for a theme park. I'm not looking for a monument. I'm not looking for an ancient building. Those things to me are not interesting at all. Not even the Mona Lisa is interesting. When I lived in Paris, I walked by the Louvre I think I walked by at least 20 times. Okay? And I walked in front of the queue to see the Mona Lisa at least those 20 times. And I never once went in to see the Mona Lisa. I'm just not interested. I'm interested in the people, how they behave, the culture, the food, I'm interested in human, not brick and mortar and all that thing, you know. So that's why, you know, when I show you guys a place, you see that my perspective, the things I show you guys is gonna be different from other YouTube videos. Honestly, right now you could just go YouTube for Ankara and you're done. You know, you can see, but you won't see it from my point of view. All right, my point of view is unique, I would think. I just talked about how much the price of this venti Americano Starbucks has changed over the past year. It's crazy. Liana, I would rather see paintings I don't know about that ain't famous. You'll be surprised, no? Even though I love art, I don't visit paintings and I don't see. I'm not particularly into paintings. I don't know why. Yeah. Leon, is Ankara safe? I have no clue. Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest. I don't know. I've never been there. Not a clue. And I've never Googled about Ankara. And I've never watched YouTube videos about Ankara. I'll be going in completely blind. And I'll be showing you guys through my camera what I see, what I feel. Completely blind. No bias, no prejudice, no preconceived ideas about Ankara. I'm going blind. I have no idea what it even looked like generally. Okay, it may be a shanty town, it may be a ghetto, it may be like Dubai. I don't know. I don't know anything. Right? So I'll be going in blind, which is why it's so fun. I love to go somewhere completely blind and then be surprised and be hit with unexpected things, you know. I don't know if it's safe. It may be a war zone. I don't know. And I'm going to find out. I don't care if it's safe or not. If I always... You guys will realize, you will notice one thing, no? To me, I never put personal safety as a very high concern in my life. I will go anywhere and I won't care to think or research first and foremost if it's safe. I'm just not afraid of anything. Liana, local artists will be more interesting to me. Well, local martial artists will be more interesting to me. Liana, I also love street art and graffiti. Yeah. Well, we'll see what it's all about. Who knows? I don't know if there's how's the scene in Ankara at all. I have no idea. But good thing is my landlord, this is my landlord's son living next door, but my landlord, his father and mother lives in Ankara because of their work. So I'll be spending a lot of time with them as well, and I am sure they're gonna show me about, and because Limpeh will be with me as well, so I'm sure they'll be showing us about Istanbul, and maybe even drop a trip to Cappadocia. They say it's quite near. Limpeh wants to go to Cappadocia. I don't care about Cappadocia. Like I always say, you know, if there's something I really care about here in Turkey, I would have done it over the past 1.5 years already. By now, whatever I've not done basically means I don't care about it. Like I've been here for 1.5 years, I've never been to the Hagia Sophia. I just don't care about this kind of thing. 1.5 years, never been to Hagia Sophia. Kim Teo, but you're traveling with Limpeh this time. Maybe maybe good to find out the safety. I don't know. I feel quite confident to protect her against anything. You're talking to a 7 years professional soldier, or and 40 years professional martial artist, and no, I can't say professional martial artist, or 40 years martial artist turning professional last year, but yeah, I'm not afraid. I can handle anything that happens. Guns, knives, anything. I'm trained to operate anything from a 9mm to a 76mm weapon. I'm trained in everything and anything. If anything, I am the most dangerous person to walk the streets anywhere. A lot of people realize this. A person trained in all military crafts with no ties, no bonds, no attachments to any governments and countries, and can come and go like a ghost. I am the most dangerous person on the street. That's why I'm not afraid of anyone. Really, good luck to whoever tries to screw around with me, because I won't screw around with me. I'm too dangerous. Too fucking dangerous. Sometimes I look at myself and I shiver, man. What kind of a monster I've created out of myself, and in plain sight of society, and a wolf dressed in sheep's clothes. You know, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I shiver, like it's such a scary person in the mirror. You know, I won't fuck around with me. You know. Liana, I think worrying is pointless. Well, worrying is Singaporeans' national pastime. Yes, Singaporeans worry about everything. About this, and especially this concept about the rainy day that never actually come. You know, like growing up in Singapore, we've been taught to save for a rainy day, prepare for a rainy day. It's like an indoctrination, you know, like everybody's worried about the rainy day. After 47 years, the rainy day never came. I don't know what's a rainy day. So why are you preparing for something that never happens? I don't know. There's no rainy day. There's no time you suddenly needs. I don't know. Liana, I think you shouldn't worry until you see warning signs in the press. Yeah, in the places. Yes, yes, yes. I never worry about anything. I go out and I see what is. I live life according to what is. And then respond and react to what is. Okay? JM, COVID was the closest to a rainy day. I don't know what COVID even means, man. I had COVID, but I never, my experience of the COVID period is completely different from what everybody's talking about. I didn't experience lockdowns and mass death. No, I spent all the whole COVID period here in Turkey. There was no lockdown, no restrictions, no nothing. I don't hear people dying. I don't have friends or whatever. I don't see grim and dark grim on the streets. Nothing. It was normal life for me throughout this whole period that everybody has been talking about. Historical COVID pandemic period. I never experienced it. I felt like I was living on Mars or something. I felt like I was living in another world. No, you guys are talking about a world that I don't know about, honestly. Leon, I mean physical warning signs. Yeah, physical warning signs. Yes, I do look for physical warning signs. I look for very subtle physical warning signs that a lot of people may miss. Like when I go to a city, when I walk down an alley, I see things that people miss. I see gang signs on the walls. I see signs indicating drug dealings and stuff. I see all these very subtle things, and I know that the whole area from all these very subtle things that people miss. So you walk into danger that you don't know. I see danger way before they manifest from all these very subtle things, the kind of graffiti, the symbolism on the graffitis, the things you see in the trash bins, all these things I see, I take note. Do you guys take note of these things when you travel? I do. Especially things you see in the rubbish bin tells you a lot about what's going on. When I see certain things in the rubbish bin, I turn around and walk away. I don't go into that part at all. Certain things I don't want to mention. Yeah, almost an hour. Very intense chat today. Right? Today I was just hoping to show you guys my new hobby, and then it turns out to be so intense. Wow, why? Then we're good, eh? So yeah, guys, they're still gonna keep it within the hour, and Liana, yeah. So I think you guys will be fine as long as you just think for yourself. It's not such a big deal. I think the being phobic away from home is another problem. I don't have that kind of phobic because I don't have a home. Yeah, but I think everybody have this away from home phobia where you think about going to somewhere new immediately. You think of is it risky? Is it grimy? Is it? Oh, come on. Once you get rid of the idea of home, I'm telling you, in the end of the day, all your fears come from you having a home. Come from you having a safe and secure bubble. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have that kind of bubble. So I'm afraid of nothing. And I like it. Life is free that way. The more, I realize that the more people have this safe, homely bubble, the more they are afraid of the world. And therefore, the more limited their life tends to be, you know? Liana, yeah, it's just... JM, do you trade crypto? Anyways, I talked about it over the past 1 hour, so go watch the today's live stream again, yeah. Liana, I didn't say as long as you will, yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it. See you guys tomorrow again, and going back to experimenting with my painting. Anew.